and welcome to South Africa, Nat Geo Wild. We are sitting a mere 6 feet away from a young male leopard, the prince of predators. My name is Brent Smith. I have my good friend and a great cameraman, Genre, with me today, and we are very excited to bring you this leopard live from South Africa. We are in the Greater Kruger National Park, and he's a little bit tired. It's been a busy day for this youngster. We're in an 8.5 million acre, look at him having a snooze, a wilderness area. And if you want to ask me any questions, just please pop on a comment or a question in the feed below. Good looking young boy. So he's just under a year old. His name is Hosana, which means the little prince. He's looking relatively well fed. His mom has left him here on the edge of a dry river to go search for an impala or other antelope to devour. And as soon as she's caught one, she'll come back and fetch him and take him there. Now remember, this is 100% live from South Africa. You are enjoying this at the exact same time as us. And there is the fat belly of the young prince of Djuma. Now Djuma is the private game reserve where we live and operate every day. Well, thank you very much, Leanne. Leanne says that she loves watching the show. Leanne, we love bringing African wildlife to you live. It's unscripted, it's real. You never know what's going to happen next. His mom might arrive, an elephant might chase him, a hyena might chase him up a tree, and we're just going to have to sit here to find out. At the moment, I'm pretty confident he is, however, going to snooze. And leopards will sleep on average about 18 hours a day. At this age, they are a little bit more active than that. But as they get older, they tend to rest during the heat of the day, become more active in the crepuscular zones, which is dusk and dawn, and then will hunt through into the dark. And they like to use dark to their advantage when it comes to hunting, although his mother has him and his sister to feed, so she often hunts during the day, because keeping 2 young leopard cubs who are growing so quickly, well fed, is a full-time job for Karula, who is the mother of this young leopard. Okay, now you can see his ears flick from time to time, and what that is him trying to keep some of the biting flies away. And there are quite a lot of them here. The most painful ones are generally called stable flies, and they're the same fly species that affects your domestic livestock, such as cattle, horses, dogs in particular. And as that leopard gets older, you'll actually start seeing wear and tear on his ears, and he'll be unable, or not unable, sorry, he'll lose a lot of the hair from the edges, and they can become quite tatty. But he is young and in prime at the moment. Sorry, I have to just be on the game drive radio. We're in contact with all the other safari vehicles in the area. Afternoon, Aubrey, just Hosana at the pump house, Philemon's Dip. So there we go. So there are commercial lodges who operate and bring people from all over the world out to look at the African wildlife, whether they be sleeping or pouncing up and down. Now, as you can see, I've also got some snacks with me. It's called the white berry bush. Quite a lovely little sweet thing. Okay, now, of course, if you're enjoying this live African wildlife experience, even watching me eat berries from a branch, not quite as delicately as some of the antelope out here, you can join us every single day for 6 hours if you've got the time on the website WildSafariLive.com. And of course, every Sunday night for the next 3 weeks, we will be live on Nat Geo Wild Eastern at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully the leopards won't just be sleeping. One more snack before we go back to look at the leopard. Now, his sister is somewhere close by, I'm pretty sure. His mom headed off to the south to hunt, and I think I'm going to go look for her next. So once we are over with this lovely live broadcast, you can come see if we manage to find his mom and some other fantastic animals on WildSafariLive.com. Now, Donnie is wondering whether this young leopard is hungry. Donnie, he could definitely eat, but he is not starving. He ate an impala yesterday that his mother provided for him, even though it was, unfortunately for him, a baby impala. He would have preferred a big one. But no, he's not too hungry, and that's why he's sleeping so comfortably. Sorry, I do have to be on a game drive for a second. Standing by, Orbs. It's just me. Make your way straight in. Okay, you can see those ears flicking very quickly to get rid of all those biting flies. And in the background, you will hear a very clear and very concise dove calling, and that is the Cape Turtle Dove. And everyone out here says what the Cape Turtle Dove is saying is, work harder, work harder, work harder. And how easy is it to work harder when we have the best job in the world, following African wildlife alive, bringing it to you wherever you might be in the world. It is an absolute privilege and a pleasure. Now, here we go. There goes the dove again. Work harder, work harder. And young Hosana, on the other hand, is sleeping harder or napping harder. Hello, Waka. Waka is wondering whereabouts in Africa we are. Waka, we are in South Africa, in an area known as the Greater Kruger National Park. We're on the western edge of that, in a private game reserve called the Sabi Sands Game Reserve. And within the Sabi Sands Game Reserve, we traverse on Djuma Private Game Reserve, Arathusa Private Game Reserve, and Cheetah Plains Private Game Reserve, as well as Chitwa Private Game Reserve. So we're very spoilt. We drive around an area of probably just under 10,000 acres, following the lives of the lions, the leopards, the elephants, the giraffe, and even the hippopotamus. He looks very, very, very comfortable. Now, as I said, you can join us next week, Sunday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the most incredible live TV show on Nat Geo Wild, or you can join us every day for 6 hours a day on the website WildSafariLive.com. At the moment, Jamie is wandering around on foot, looking at all the pretty flowers and insects on an open area, and Tristan's out in the other safari vehicle, and he's with one of the biggest animals in Africa, the hippopotamus, at Chitwa. So there's lots of stuff to see. There's never a dull moment out in the African bush. Even though the leopard might be snoozing, there's still amazing and noisy and interesting things all around us. And he is still snoozing at the moment, but we are not going to move. So if you want to see if this leopard's mother comes back to join him, or if he starts playing with his sister, you can do that by joining us on the website WildSafariLive.com. But from Jandre and myself, it's been a blast, and hopefully we will see you on the website a little later.